Hey everybody, Doug here. Thanks for watching today. Today we're going to take a quick look at the new Broadway limited N-scale 282 Mikado steam locomotive. This is my first Broadway locomotive in N-scale. I've had some experience with their HO scale locos down at the local club, but this is the first Broadway loco for me. So let's just take a quick look. We'll do a quick look at the packaging and unboxing, look at the loco real quick, and then we'll take it down and put it on the layout and see how it runs. So your pretty standard jewel case type packaging here. The loco, there's some spare traction tires here, and then the loco is wrapped in plastic, which actually makes it a little easier to pull out of the box here. So there's the loco. It's got a couple of pieces of protective foam in the packaging. This little bubble foam here under the drivers. We'll just pull that out there. And a little piece of black foam here between the loco and the tender, which is a little tricky to get out of there, but there we go. So we'll just set those aside. There's the locomotive. You can see, I hope you can see, the wheels are blackened, it looks like, on the drivers. I like that the driving rods are not bright, shiny like chrome. They're more of a gunmetal or something. It's got pickup on all the wheels of the tender, excuse me, and it's got functional couplers both on the tender and on the front of the locomotive. It's not a dummy coupler, so that's nice. Again, this is my first Broadway loco, so if I'm saying things that are just common knowledge, forgive me. Separately applied details, separately applied handrails, both on the locomotive and on the tender. It's a nice looking model. So we'll take a look at what else is in the box here real quick. I'll kind of set the locomotive aside for a minute. All right, so I already talked about the spare traction tires, it looks like. And then of course you've got to pull out the packaging foam, and then inside the box here you've got your, if I can get it out of there, your warranty information from Broadway. So you want to obviously keep that handy. And then you've got a two-sided card here that on one side is a thank you for purchasing the locomotive, with the address to download the owner's manual. A QR code or something there to scan would kind of been nice instead of having to type in this URL with variables and percent signs and things like that in it, but whatever. And then on the back side of that is a quick reference guide of all the function keys and what sounds or lights they are on the locomotive. So that's handy to have unless you like program it into DMRI or something like that for your throttle. So we'll kind of put this all back together, and then we'll take it down on the layout and see how she runs. All right, we're down here on the layout, and I'm going to run the loco without any sound for just a minute, just so we can see how nice and quiet and smooth it runs. I haven't adjusted any of the CVs. This is right out of the box. This is speed step 1. It's nice and smooth. I wish it was just a little bit slower, and I might try to adjust that. But really, there's nothing to complain about here. I think the mechanism runs really well. All right, let's go ahead and turn the sound on the locomotive and see how it sounds. Now we'll put a train behind it and see how it pulls. I did a little switching here with the loco while I was testing it to see how it ran at switching speed. Ran really well. I didn't have any problems, no cutouts or anything like that. The coupler worked well, so I think it's a win there too. I'm running code 55 Atlas track on the layout with Pico code 55 turnouts, and the loco didn't have any trouble there. The minimum radius on my layout is about 12 inches, and so it didn't have any trouble there. It would probably do okay on tighter radius curves. It didn't seem to have any trouble on my 12-inch curves though. Well, overall, I think it's a nice little locomotive. I don't see any trouble with it. I'll give it a run for a while and see how it does. I encourage you to take a look at them and maybe pick one up. It's a really great running locomotive, and I'm going to really enjoy having it on my layout.